What up, folks? You've made it. It's your favorite comic on the come up, back for season 3 of the Comedy Chatter podcast. If you've been searching for a pod that talks all things comedy from the perspective of a rising comic, as well as kicking with some of the dopest comedians in the business, then this is the podcast for you. Yo, what's good, good people? It's your main man, Meldon Williams, welcoming you to another episode of the Comedy Chatter Podcast. Season 3, episode 6. Yes, moving right along. And I got a hell of a comic for you this go round. Lucked into him too, man. I had no idea I was going to get a chance to interview this brother, but this brother's hella hilarious. You guys have seen him if you on IG. You guys have seen him if you on Facebook, man. And y'all just better make sure that y'all continue to follow this cat. If this is your first time hearing about him, man, make sure y'all check him out. The one and only comedy heavyweight IG phenom, D-Lay. Y'all make sure y'all check him out, man. He hilarious. Mr. Come Get This Nigga himself. Mr. I'm Glad You Asked. Man, he's been doing the internet thing. He's been doing the, IG, all them skits and all of that stuff. He's got a whole bunch of YouTube stuff that y'all need to check out. Hey, man, if you ever heard of D-Lay, man, check him out and check him out ASAP, for real. Y'all gonna definitely enjoy this interview. Y'all know how I do shouts out. The main two that I always shout out every time I do an episode: Roger from the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase, David Pittman, my sound and editing guy, David Pittman, the guy that helped me put this whole thing together. Both of those gentlemen believed in my vision when I came and told them, man, Roger allowed me to do interviews down at the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase. And Mr. David Pittman, he's the guy that hooked me up with everything, showed me how to put all this stuff together in terms of the sound, in terms of the editing. And here I am, my third season of a podcast. Wouldn't have been, I never would have, what that song say, never would have made it. Hey, I never would have made it without those two, so I always shout them out. And a special shout out to all the comics who have agreed to, just do my show, man. Like, hey, everybody knows, man, hey, this is a labor of love for me. I'm low on the totem pole. Nobody really know me. I got, 500 Instagram followers. I got 100 Twitter followers. You know what I'm saying? 1,000 Facebook. I ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? The people don't know me. I'm not out there like that. I'm trying to be, but I'm not out there like that. And so for these cats to sit down with me and give me the time of day, you know what I'm saying, and tell me that they'll do my podcast, man, when they know I'm just kind of a, up and coming dude, that means a lot to me, man. And I'll even go on the other end of the spectrum. Shout out to the people who turned me down. Shout out to the motherfuckers who, said no. I mean, you have to, you know what I'm saying? You got to be gracious to them too. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to call them out, Ricky Smiley, for, saying no when I've, been kind of, asking them to do an interview with me, Chris Spencer, Gary Goldman. No, let me stop. Like, for real though, like, I'm being serious. I know I'm joking, calling their names out and everything, but man, those are guys who, I looked up to and wanted to interview and asked them, and, either they didn't respond or they just basically told me, hey, nah, man, I'm good. And, I had to respect that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't Kevin Hart right now. I heard Kevin Hart's about to start doing something along the lines of, this, in terms of doing a podcast where he's interviewing comedians and finding out about their comedy journey. So, hey, man, I'm sure they're going to do his. But like I said, shout out to the folks that, just give me a chance, sit down, do a, 15 to 18 minute interview, will allow me to further my brand, further my podcast, and, put me out there. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate them for that. Back in the day, sponsor. Man, this one wasn't even hard. I saw the news the other day, man. They put these boys up there, man, and I was like, damn. Because I'm going to be totally honest. I know a whole lot of people call them garbage. They say it's hot trash, and they said this food was horrible and this, that, and the other. But, hey, I used to fuck with them. I'm going to be honest. I used to fuck with them. But when I heard that, they out of there pretty much at this point. $82 million in debt. $82 million in debt. And they just filed for bankruptcy. So they out of there. And due to the fact that it's like a buffet style joint, man, with this whole COVID shit, I don't think they're coming back. So my back in the day sponsor this go around, CC's Pizza. I know I ain't the only son bitch used to mess with CC. So don't try to act like I'm the only son bitch that was the only one in there. Like, hey man, because when you was broke, like shit, they give you all you can eat pizza for $6 and a motherfucking drink. Like, man, please. You couldn't beat that. I mean, it wasn't Pizza Hut, but goddamn it was all you can eat. So sad to hear, but hey, CC's $82 million in debt, bankruptcy, hey, they out of there. So back in the day sponsor this go around. For all the people who don't want to admit it, I'll admit it for you. CC's Pizza. That's my back in the day sponsor. All right, what am I chatting on this go around, man? This go around, man, the chatter is going to be basically this. Because I had this conversation with a friend recently, man. We doing this entertainment, this, whole stand-up comedy. A lot of folks is trying to, do film and movies. And, I touched on it briefly already, but, the Instagram and Facebook and social media and all of the people getting, people doing their thing on there as well. But I think when you're in this business and when you're on this journey, you need to appreciate like the stuff that has happened for you. Appreciate the good stuff that has had, the positive shit that has happened for you. In other words, like people always talk about the whole, is your glass half full or is your glass half empty? Hey man, when you're in this business, you better make sure that you are on the side of the glass being half full, because you'll wash out of this shit real quick, man. There's no like prize at the end. You know what I'm saying? There's no light at the end of the tunnel where you're like, hey, I made it. Like, it's really not. So during the journey, you have to say, hey, man, I'm appreciative of the shit that's happening for me, and I'm going to keep on doing it because I like doing it. Anybody that's looking for like a motherfucking gold star or a prize afterwards, your glass is going to always be half empty. And you always going to be that motherfucker that's pissed off and bitter. You're going to be mad that Kevin Hart is coming out with a podcast, show that, that resembles yours. You're going to be mad that, Tiffany Haddish is getting all these specials. And you're going to be mad that, people are winning Emmys, and mad that the internet comedians are you got 200,000 followers and you only got, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be mad at everything. But what you need to do, and like I said, I've been there before. I've been that guy that's like, man, this just ain't happening for me fast enough. No, fuck fast. Like, you need to realize that, hey, man, you are in there. You know what I'm saying? You doing what it is you do, and you running your own race. This is your own journey, and you just keep on doing shit every day to try to get better. Don't compare yourself. The only son bitch you got to compare yourself to is in the mirror. You understand? Don't stop trying to compare yourself to everybody else. You run your own race. So, yeah, like that seriously, man. That's what I'm chatting on this go around. Your glass needs to be half full. Your mindset needs to be, hey, look what I do have. You know what I'm saying? I think about me all the time. Like, hey, man, I got a podcast that I've been doing for 3 seasons now. You know what I'm saying? 11 episodes every season. I'm season 3, episode 6, so I'm going into like my 30 episodes. You know what I mean? I'm starting. I just dropped my website recently. You know what I'm saying? After a while of me saying, hey man, I gotta do a website. When can I ever put a website up? I finally went ahead and dropped it. Meldon's Comedy. I want y'all to check that out. meldonscomedy.com. Check it out. Give me some constructive criticism. Tell me what you think. It ain't like no real, wizardry shit on there. It ain't like some of the world renowned websites out there, but it gets the job done. It tells you who I am, info, bio, you know what I'm saying, and puts my podcast and all that out there. I just dropped that. I'm happy about that. I got some up and coming projects that you'll see on the website as well that I'm happy about. I'm doing a comedy documentary called tentatively titled "Thank You for Your Service," and it's basically about comics who have served in the U.S. military in some type of way, who are U.S. veterans. And I always thought it was an interesting correlation that a lot of vets, a lot of United States vets that have, at some capacity, turned to stand-up comedy or done comedy in some kind of way. So I'm going to do a cool-ass documentary on that. Y'all make sure y'all, check that out. I'm going to start filming that this year, man. So yeah, man, like, you really have to step back sometimes from the journey, enjoy it, but you got to step back from it and say, okay, this is what I have accomplished. I've hit stages all across the country. You know what I'm saying? You got to do that, because if you just continue to say what you haven't done, and oh man, I only got a certain amount of time, and no, yeah, I'm telling you, man, that's the type of shit that make people quit. That's the type of shit that make people frustrated and bitter and angry, and that ain't helping nobody. So in order to keep your energy positive, this is my opinion. In order to keep your energy positive, hey, you got to be a glasses half full type of person when you in this, when you on this journey, when you doing this entertainment thing. Definitely. All right. Before I get into the interview, man, I want to end this with a little bit of trivia. I know I got some faithfuls out there. That's what my numbers are saying. So I got some faithfuls out there. I got some people that I send it to, the episodes to directly. Thank you guys so much for listening. Like I said, man, glass is half full for me. So I appreciate y'all. Even if it ain't, I know I ain't got a, million people listening and all that. I know I'm not, famous in that regard. But hey, I got some faithfuls. And for the faithfuls, I got some Comedy Chatter Podcast t-shirts that I want to give away. Yes, I got some merchandise. Comedy Chatter Podcast t-shirts. So, hey, I'm going to give y'all a trivia question. That's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to give y'all a trivia question. It's got to do with my podcast. Whoever, hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, DM, whatever it is you want to do. Hit me up. Tell me the answer. If the first person gets a Comedy Chatter Podcast t-shirt, I will personally get to you. So this is going to be the trivia question. All right. My first episode of the Comedy Chatter Podcast. First episode, season 1, episode 1. Who was the comedian that I interviewed? Season 1, episode 1, very first comedian. You guys answer that. Hit me in my DMs. Hit me wherever it is you want to hit me. Let me know. And hey, first person gets a Comedy Chatter Podcast t-shirt. Y'all with it? All right. Appreciate it. All right. Without further ado, like I told y'all, man, hey, this cat had me laughing all the way through this interview, as y'all will hear. The very funny delay. We season 3, we episode 6, we up in there. Check it out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Comedy Chatter Podcast, season 3, episode 6. And man, I'm going to start right off the bat by telling y'all I got a hell of a blessing this time. I didn't know I was going to be able to get this one, but I got lucky. Like they say, won't he do it? All the way from L.A., right?
That's right.
Yeah, straight up L.A. right at this point. We're going to get into where he's from, originally and all that, but the one and only, the comedy heavyweight, the vet, Mr. D-Lay. How you doing, sir?
What's up, good brother? How you doing, man? You all right?
I'm good. First of all, man, hey, I know we don't even know each other. I ain't nothing but a slice of cheese off your cracker. But shit, you told me that you would do this interview, and I appreciate it wholeheartedly, man. Thank you for that.
Hey, man, listen, I remember when I was a young comic and I was trying to make some stuff happen. So when I see young comics that's really on their grind and not waiting for somebody to put something in their hand and making it happen themselves, I'm like, you know what? Let me do my part and extend, my hand. So yeah, man, it's my pleasure, good brother.
Yes, I appreciate that, man, so much, man. I heard you a friend of my boy Ali Sadiq. He get a shout out on this pod every time because of how much he done helped me. So I heard y'all pretty cool.
Ali Sadiq. Man, a lot of people don't even know this, man. Me and Ali Sadiq have a 2-man show.
Okay.
We got a 2-man show. If you look on YouTube, you put in Ali Sadiq Delay Birds of a Feather. We've been doing shows, 2.5 hours on stage together.
Oh,
just
shit.
Rocking out.
Oh, shit.
And, his career started taking off. He started taping, a lot of content from Comedy Central, as well as his own hour specials. So, he got busy, I got busy. I started pushing my social media a little bit more. And but yeah, man, we got an improv show called Birds of a Feather. Go check it out on YouTube, me and Ali Sadiq.
All right, yeah, we definitely gonna have to check that out. I know I am. I know I'm gonna be dying off of that with y'all two on there, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I wanted to start, man, with you with this whole social media thing, man. Dog,
yeah.
Hey, look, you talking to somebody that got 500 people, 500 followers. I saw you got 258,000. So tell me how you build, like how you went about this build. Did it all gotta happen like one day you just kind of looked up, you're like, damn, I got a whole lot of followers? Or was it like a slow process, slow grind to get it all the way up to that?
It's you don't even look at it as being a long process when you're doing it, especially when you're doing the work, you're knocking out content
Gotcha.
Day after day. Because I just made it an effort. I remember I had maybe 3,000 followers.
Mm-hmm.
And
man, did the days where you had 3,000?
3,000 followers. And I said, you know what? I gotta just start pumping out content. So I started linking up with some of the social media influencers.
Okay.
Kieran,
okay.
Meldon, Greg, these guys. And Kieran was like, hey, bro, you funny, man. You gotta start doing, people see you funny in my videos. You gotta start doing your own videos.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, all right. So I just start every day. I just started dropping a video every day. Just everything that I thought was funny. Just ranting, just talking into the camera, talking about, with my sons.
Yeah.
And it caught on.
Okay.
Just them rants, they just caught on. And what I found about social media is waves in it, right?
Okay.
Because I had
that's helpful too.
Yeah, man, I had a run where I was doing a certain type of content. I was doing rants, and then after a while, people were like, "Oh, that's dope," and then you gotta show them another lane of funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Well, I'm doing taking in videos, the haircut videos. You know what I mean? And I stopped that, and it's always different ways. After the taking in video, okay, come get this nigga.
Oh man, that shit's so hilarious.
I kept giving them different lanes to see me being funny in. And I was on Facebook, and my Facebook numbers went crazy. I'm at a little over 1 million on Facebook.
I was gonna ask you about Facebook too. I don't think I have you on there, so that's why I didn't know. But I gotta add you on there too.
Yeah.
Well, I probably I can't do the friend, but I can do the whole.
Yeah, man. It's one of those things where people don't. Everybody says that they want the numbers. Nobody wants to put the work in. You gonna do that work, bro. It ain't no way around that.
Exactly.
You ain't gonna skip no. You think you gonna hit the ball and run to third base. You don't get your ass over to first base and then steal to second and then get over to third and then because that's the routine. There is no other way that you can play baseball.
Yes.
When you hit that ball, you have to go to first base.
Base hits. Yep.
You have to go to first. I don't give a fuck how far you hit it. You can't hit that bitch and run straight up the center diamond. Right up the diamond to second base. I mean, what the hey? Come get this nigga, man. You know what I mean? So you gotta know that going in that, hey man, I'm running a race.
Yes.
And I'm timing myself.
Yes. Great advice.
You know what I mean? I'm not looking at your time and saying, shit, I need to run faster. Yeah. However fast you need to get there, you put that work in order to meet that, in order to reach that destination.
Very true. Okay, yeah, I had to ask that because I looked at that, I was like, man, 258,000, like that had to come from the grind. Yes, definitely. So tell me about Alexandria, Louisiana. How did Alexandria, Louisiana shape the D-Lake, the comedian that we have today?
Man, I'm glad you asked. I talk about this a lot in my book too, man. I became an author last year.
We're going to talk about that.
The Journey Behind the Smile. Alexandria is, if you know anything about the geography of Louisiana, Alexandria is right in the center. Is central Louisiana.
Oh, okay.
And small town, country. Yeah. My folks, country folks, don't believe in a lot of the shit. Very conservative. They don't really my people didn't know what the hell I was doing when I left Louisiana. Okay. And when country folk don't believe in the shit that you're doing, they throw you clues to let you know that they don't believe in you, but they won't tell you, I don't believe in you. Yeah. I'm leaving to go because my journey was originally from Louisiana, Alexandria, to Vegas. Okay. I'm taking that trip. I'm getting ready to leave. I got my bags. My auntie said, hey, I fixed you a plate. It's in the microwave. I'm gonna just leave it in there. If shit don't work out. What? You fix me a plate, you gonna leave it? I'm going to pursue my dream.
You come back tonight, man.
She act like I'm coming back in a couple of hours. Hey man, I'm gone. I'm not coming back here.
Man.
So
that's a clue right there.
Yeah, man, they give you clues.
That's funny. So you said it's like right in the middle. So kind of, did you do when you was coming up? Did you just like straight Alexandria, or did you get over to Baton Rouge? Did you get over to New Orleans?
Yes.
Family,
I started my comedy career in Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge.
Yeah, I was going to school at LSU.
Cool.
And I said, man, I'm gonna give this shit a shot. And the comedy scene was zero in Baton Rouge. There was no comedy scene. I started off doing comedy in an African comedy club. Oh. Yeah, man. So it was like, it ain't no packed crowd. It ain't no friendly audiences. It ain't no, wait, D-Lake come up. We don't know you. Yeah. Matter of fact, we don't even like you. And we just met you. That's the aggression I met with in these comedy clubs. Exactly. And there's probably at this time, it's about 8 people in the club. Okay. They not there to see you. Yes. They ain't got shit to do with you.
They eating this shit.
We here to drink beer. We've been working all week. We want to listen to some reggae music. Yeah. First of all, we mad that you done turned off the reggae music to talk some shit to us. Yeah. Boy, we don't even understand your shit. Yeah, that's true. So I had to learn early, like, okay, I need to be able to work quickly on my feet. Yeah. I need to get comfortable because I knew I was going to be the type of comedian that was going to do crowd work. But I didn't want it to be that dead crowd work, what I call dead crowd work. Hey, what you do for a living? Yeah. You got to start at some point. But I wanted to be the type of comedian. If I said something in the audience, any topic that came out of it, I would be able to get on it.
Okay.
And I would have something for it.
Did you do some improv as well, like coming up?
I didn't do any formal improv.
Okay.
Improv was just I'm a firm believer in on the job training.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Quick on your feet.
Yeah. I've never been to any comedy classes. I never took any improv classes, and not a knock on those who take them. That's cool.
Yeah. I get you.
I didn't have the money to do it.
Exactly.
But I had a stage, a platform where I could just work that shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I wasn't concerned that there was 8 people in there. I just needed somebody in there to hear my shit.
Exactly.
And I just kept pushing before I left Louisiana. The name of the club was Club Culture. Mm-hmm. It was the hottest night in Baton Rouge on Monday nights.
Wow.
Yeah, man. And I worked
there for
that
around. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Now, from a little backstory on you, I always kind of do some little homework. Mm-hmm. There's 2 types of comedians to me. There's the ones that like myself, and we just kind of snuck out there that night. I'm like, hey man, I'm just about to go to come in, don't tell nobody. And then there's people that somebody had to tell, like, hey man, you funny, you need to get your ass up there. Yeah. I heard that was you. People had to tell you, like, hey man, what you doing? Like, you need to get your tail on stage. And you was reluctant to kind of do it, right?
Hey bruh, I'm a blackjack dealer in Louisiana. And I'm not your traditional blackjack dealer. I'm talking shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn about these people's money. I want to get this shit away. And you see them dealers, they be acting like they getting a cut from taking your money.
Exactly.
I want to give up, and I would say it. Hey, I'm giving all this shit away. I would say that.
Yeah.
And I remember when I first said that, I remember supervisor was like,
what are you talking about?
You all right? You can't say that out loud. I'm like, okay. I've got enough money. It ain't gonna hurt you if we lost on this one table.
Exactly.
So I'm dealing, and I would be talking cash money shit. Mm-hmm. Because I really wanted the people to win. I wasn't like trying to beat your ass. I wanted you to win.
Yeah.
And I would just be talking, saying funny shit, and just entertaining the crowd. Mm-hmm. And my tables, bruh, no lie, I would have people, how blackjack tables they sit 5 to 6 people.
Sit them around, yeah.
I would have people standing around the table, waiting to play.
Dang.
I had a box. I would put a box. They had a box that was for like short dealers.
Yeah.
Step on the box. I don't give a damn. I ain't short. I get that. I'll stay on that box. It's a platform.
Yeah.
And I'm talking shit.
So you pretty much performing. Shit.
I'm in there getting it in.
Yeah.
And a guy by the name of Jack came up to me. His father owns a seafood restaurant in Louisiana.
All right.
And he came up to me. He was like, hey, man, you ever did comedy before? I was like, nah, I ain't never did no comedy before. He was like, man, you are funny. I was like, thank you, because I've been hearing it all my life, but I don't think,
Exactly.
how do I monetize it? I'm not thinking
Exactly.
He says, bro, you should be doing comedy on stage. Mm-hmm. I was like, man, you tripping. Oh, this nigga tripping. Come on now. How am I gonna make a living?
Yeah.
If I'm gonna do, because I don't even think comedians make. I know the big ones,
nothing.
Eddie Murphy.
But you didn't know nothing at that point.
No, Martin Lawrence. I don't know that. Man, this guy left. He came back probably about 6 months later. He see me. I'm still on the table doing the same thing, talking shit. He walked up to me. Hey man, you wasting your time. You should really be doing comedy. I was like, so he said, hey man, I know a guy. The guy at the Funny Bone is my friend, and I can get you on the stage over there. So I said,
right.
Okay. Contemplated about it for a little bit, a couple of days, and then finally I was like, okay, I'll do it. Did it. Went on stage for the first time and bombed my ass off.
Oh man, that's usually how it is the first time, right?
That's why I hate when people say, the first time we saw him, we knew he was a star. Hey, if you hear that, you have permission to say, you a goddamn liar.
You lying.
D-Lay took a brick to the mouth.
Yeah, he told me in my interview.
It was not a star-studded evening my first time on stage. So,
exactly.
I took that lick, man, and luckily, man, I bounced back from it and decided, okay, I can do this because I'm one of the people. I'm competitive. If you could do it, I can do it too.
Exactly.
That's just how I look at shit.
That's how
I'm
I
not trying
told
to compete against you. It's you pushing me.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to outdo what can be outdone.
Exactly.
And it has nothing to do with somebody on an individual basis.
Mm-hmm. I feel you on that note. Now, this is one of my reoccurring questions that I usually ask. During your climb, after you, like I said, realize, hey, this is for me, and your grind on the way up to comic notoriety, were you a lone wolf? Were you going out all by yourself, or did you adopt like a comedy fraternity? Like kind of get some bros that be saying, every time you run into them, and y'all would be going out together and this, that, and the other.
Mm-hmm. Well, for me, it came with with Who's Got Jokes.
Okay.
A show that
I was gonna get to that too. Yep.
Yeah, and Bill Bellamy. Bill Bellamy was the guy that kind of grabbed me and took me under his wing and said, you know what, I'm gonna take you on the road.
Billy B. That's the first. A lot of people don't know. That's the first dude. First Def Comedy Jam come on, he was the first cat. So he pretty much damn near introduced us to Def Comedy Jam.
Yeah, man, and the suaveness, you know, that we see on stage. We wasn't seeing dudes being smooth on stage.
Yeah.
We were seeing dudes, you know, wearing a lot of hip hop gear. No disrespect to that, but it was just, he just showed us a suave way of presenting comedy.
He was suited and booted.
He was like, man, I'm gonna take you on the road with me.
Wow.
I said to myself,
so he just straight up told you he gonna take you on the road?
No, you not.
And he was like, hell no.
Nobody. People had taken me on the road before. I'm one and done. You're supposed to, hey man, we got 5 cities for you, brother.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
First night, I'm ripping this goddamn audience. Hey man, here's your check. Hey, we're gonna let you go a little early.
Damn.
We're gonna let you go a little early. Yeah. So Bill was like, hey man, got you. I'm gonna bring you on the road. And I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
And he brought me on, and you know, he kept me on. And it was a mentorship that was priceless.
Wow.
Because you learn how to operate on the road, you know how to present yourself as a professional, you know, you learn getting up in the morning, going to radio, you watch this. And you know, because I'm just in a slot, I'm at some point I'm gonna move up and I'm gonna be in those positions where I'm gonna have to do these professional things. I won't be the feature, I won't be the opener, I won't be the host.
Exactly.
I'll be headlining.
So
I got a chance to watch this firsthand with Bill, and shout out to my brother Bill Bellamy. Every now and then, if I have some time, I'll still get on the show with him.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just because it's just, we got that, we're like real brothers. Me, him, Ali Sadiq, Jay Reed, real bond.
Cool. So you would consider that, this is one of my questions, you would probably consider that your big break, the Who's Got Jokes and hooking up with Billy B. Bill Bellamy, or is there another person you could consider your big break?
I always looked at my career as I never had one big break.
Okay.
I had a series of breaks.
Okay.
And in those series of breaks, I would elevate.
Yeah.
I always look like anytime I get on TV, that's an opportunity for me to put myself in a different position from what I was prior to a mass of people seeing me.
Gotcha.
So it was for me it was a few opportunities.
Okay.
But the first time people really got a chance to see me, yes. Who's Got Jokes?
Okay. Who's Got Jokes? Now you also did Comic View.
That was my first TV appearance. Actually, Live in Hollywood was my first. That was hosted by Alex Thomas and Kiki Shepard. But nationally, it would be Comic View.
Comic View.
Yeah, but Cheryl Underwood was the host that year.
All right, so that was another one of the big, like you said, a whole bunch of different ones. So that was another one of the big breaks. All right, cool. Now, you mentioned it earlier, but you're also an author.
That's right.
So shout out the book, and then tell me a little bit about how it is to write a book, and then like the whole process and kind of getting the book out there.
Man, my new book, man, The Journey Behind the Smile.
The Journey Behind the Smile, I like that.
You can get it off my website, itsdelay.com, or you can go to Amazon and get it. If you go to Amazon, it won't be autographed, but if you get it off my site, it'll be autographed. It's something that came about from, I was in Atlanta. I was taping a TV pilot. Immigrants was the name of it. It's Immigrants. I hope they release it. It was funny as hell. I played this African self-help guru. And he full of shit. He African, and he acts like he's like a Deepak Chopra, right?
Yeah.
And he's trying to help people with his life, but then he get home, he talking regular. When he on stage, he got a whole African accent, but he is full of shit. Yeah. But he's got it's an interesting character, which reminded me of the African club owner that I started with in Louisiana. Olu was his name, and the character's name was Olu as well. Anyway,
gotcha.
I ran into the lead writer on the pilot, Angela Artis, and she was like, "Hey man, I am a fan of your work. I've been watching you since Who's Got Jokes. I'd love to work with you.
Okay.
Have you ever written a book before?" I was like, I was thinking about that. She was like, "We should get going writing the book."
All right.
Like, when would you like to get started? I was like, tomorrow.
I was about to say, she was serious. And
tomorrow.
And you was too.
Hold on.
You
Pump
was
your brakes.
Tomorrow.
Pump your brakes. So I got home from shooting the pilot that week, and we just started doing audio sessions, sort of like this. And we did this for like 3 months straight.
Okay.
Man, hours of recordings, hours.
Yeah.
And I mean, the book, man, if anybody knows anything about me, it takes you into another layer of who I am. It takes you from my childhood to my teenage years to me starting my comedy career to where I am now.
Okay.
And it's you gonna laugh in that, but it's gonna make you laugh. You gonna cry.
All emotions.
You gonna think.
All right.
But overall, you definitely gonna be motivated.
Okay.
You're gonna look at that. You know, after reading those books, you're gonna look at it and you're gonna reevaluate your life.
All right.
And it's not just a book. It ain't just a book. I got the first autobiography with audio on the inside of it.
Yeah, I gotta get this.
Yeah, I got audio. You scan it with your phone and bam.
You said it's on the website.
It's on itsdelay.com.
I gotta have it. Yep, I gotta have it. You sold me.
Yeah, man.
Sounds good.
It's a journey.
All right, sounds good. All right, another reoccurring question. Who are you fanning on right now? Who makes D-Lay laugh? Is there anybody out there right now that's cracking D-Lay up? Now, this could be like some of the kings and queens up there, or this could be some of the up-and-coming people that never heard of. I like to ask this question because it kind of puts some people on the map. When they hear this person is making D-Lay laugh, then they'll go check them out.
It's some funny people out there. And the people that make me laugh are both internet comedians as well as stand-up comedians. Some of them are hybrid. Some of them do both.
Yeah.
JJ from the SIP.
Oh, man.
Lord have mercy. JJ Williamson.
Got a chance to interview him. Yeah, he's
Lord
hilarious.
have mercy. Shout out to JJ Williamson. We
Shout
have the same birthday. We Virgo, September the 17th.
All right, so you a September baby too. I'm the 23rd.
Okay.
So anytime somebody a September baby, I always know we gonna be cool.
Good folks.
Good folks. Yep.
He stretches me out with the funny, man.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
John Hunt.
Okay.
Voiceover.
I gotta check him out.
Instagram. John Hunt. Oh my gosh.
Voiceover. Dude.
Oh my gosh.
John
I am Dulu.
Hunt.
I am Dulo. I don't know if you know Dulo. African voiceover.
No.
Lord have mercy.
You gotta check him out.
Yeah, man. These are guys that make me laugh. I'm not one of those guys that sit in the comedy club and like, make me laugh. No, I want to laugh. I laugh hard every day.
Exactly.
I think that's what in part that keeps me youthful. Making sure I'm laughing every day, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Well, man, hey, thanks for the sit down. Like I said, I totally appreciate you. Like I told you when I was just kind of shooting on the Instagram, like, man, I don't know if this dude.
That's how you do it, though, bro.
Yeah.
That is how you do it. If you think you're going to come here and some shit going to be handed to you, your ass going to be doing comedy for 98 years before you get any type of opportunity. You got to take a risk. You got to take a risk, man. Just reach out to people. Reach out to, nigga, I hit up Obama.
Yes.
I hit President Obama. I DM'd him.
Yeah.
You know he don't check his DMs. I was like, hey man, I'm in DC. I didn't know what you was doing. I was just hitting you up.
Just in
seeing
case.
if you was available. I know the kid's gone.
Yeah.
And I know, your wife, you sick of being in the house with her. Hey, what's up? You good? He ain't never say shit. But
Exactly.
He's seen it.
Yeah.
I seen that he's seen it. And that's enough for me. I mean, Obama seen me DM.
Yes.
He didn't say shit, but he seen me.
Now that's funny because you're absolutely right. That's kind of how I got most of my interviews. Like these people don't know who I am.
Sure.
I just let them know my story, let them know what I'm trying to do, and hey, they shoot back. So some of them do.
Yeah,
some of them obviously don't.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, do you have anything that you can drop in terms of exclusive stuff that's probably about to happen in the future for us?
Oh my gosh, man! This year is filled with shit for me, man. From TV shows that I'm going to be doing.
All right.
I'm taping. I'm probably going to do 2 specials this year.
Okay.
I'll do one probably this summer. Then I do one maybe like in November. It's because it's time. I got the material. It's time for me to to put out a stand-up special. Our podcast is doing numbers. It's doing really good now. Did You Miss Me podcast?
Yes.
It's a storytelling podcast. Me.
Hilarious.
Yes. Me, Billy Sorrells,
Damn
Kevin
Fool.
Damn Fool Simpson.
Yes,
yeah,
indeed.
man. We got over
Very
100
funny.
episodes, bro. You can go binge. We ain't talking about some 15-minute content. We're talking about an hour and a half of 3 guys sitting out just telling hilarious stories.
Very funny.
Over 100 episodes.
I can vouch for that. I've seen some of those, man, and I'm talking about on the flow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I don't want to say the name yet, but I will speak this because you'll be able to go back and replay it and be like, oh my gosh, he said that. It ain't even out yet. I'm just showing y'all the power of the tongue.
Yeah.
2021. Just log it in.
All right.
2021. I'll have the biggest television show on TV.
All right.
Period.
Right. You heard it here.
I'll have the big. I'm not talking about some shit. I'm rubbing my hands together, closing my eyes, and I ain't hoping shit. This is work that I've already done. I've already shot the pilot. It's a funny ass sitcom that I believe is going to be a culture favorite.
Okay.
So man, I'm excited about it. And 2021, I'm still going to keep putting funny ass videos. Come get this nigga.
Yes.
Take it in haircut videos.
Keep doing
on
that.
top of the take it in haircut videos, there is a take. I'm doing a show. I was doing it on a gram or whatever. I'm like, I just probably need to make this a show. So I'm doing a take it in. It's a men's grooming show.
Okay.
Where I go around from city to city highlighting the different barbers.
Okay.
The dope barbers that have cut my hair, the ones I've heard about. And just giving them that taking in experience from the phone, but we putting it on the big screen. I'm not playing with them in 2021. I'm on their head. I'm overcharging niggas for what they did to the Cold Crush. And I don't even know the Cold Crush like that.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Hey, well, thank you so much for the sit down, D-Lay,
yes.
man. I'm going to continue to be a fan. And like I said, I'm all about everything.
I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do your show again. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do your show again.
Yeah.
I'm going to do your show again to show people as we replay this. You'll be like, oh my gosh, he said that?
He said it.
Yeah, he said it.
He dropped that. Yeah, he dropped that on the Comedy Chatter podcast.
Bam.
Yeah, that's what
there
I'm talking
is.
about.
Hey man, thank you for having me, good brother. I appreciate you.
All right. Thanks a lot. Thank you all so much for checking out the pod. A very special thanks to comedian D-Lay this go round for a super dope interview. Make sure you check out D-Lay on all social media platforms and check out his YouTube page for very funny content. Make sure you tune in next time for another episode of the Comedy Chatter podcast with another very funny comedian and of course me, Meldon Williams. Y'all be good to yourselves and each other. Peace out.